Heyo, my Planecoaster friends, Johnny 5 Alive here, and I am joined with Zafor.
Howdy!
Welcome back to another episode of Park Spotlight Contest Edition. Today we're going to be looking at Futureland, created by Shockwave, and here they say, Heyo, Johnny, this is my first submission ever, and this park took me around a month to make, but the story goes as followed. Formerly used as a launch bay for the spacecraft and shuttles, Futureland is a highly themed sci-fi theme park. However, there is a sub-theme in which there is never-ending battle between humans and aliens, in which most of the rides are themed to. The park has three main attractions, them being Alien Attack, Fusion, and Interstellar. Both Fusion and Interstellar are coasters. Alien Attack is an interactive shooting ride in which the aliens evade the ship, and it is your job to terminate them to live safely. The black targets unhide the aliens. Okay. The park also features 4 flat rides, including the USS Thriller, Intergalactic Battle, Atmosphere, and Invasion. And Invasion is a Horror Heights. Oh, wow. And several restaurants, with notable ones being the Cosmic Cow Grill and Chill. Other things to let you know is that there are mini water show in the front of Futureland sign and Reach for the Stars fireworks show. The show plays every day at 8 p.m. and the best view possible stand at the top of the Johnny 5 rocket. I know you would not download this, but there are Rollercoaster Tycoon 3 soundtrack called Space to Gray available on the workshop page. Anyways, hope you enjoy the park and feel free to send me any feedback if necessary. Holy good googly moogly, that is a lot of stuff included in this one here today. Let's get on into it, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back, everyone. This sounds interesting. We have a Horror Heights, multiple coasters, a shooting ride, a fireworks show, water show. Wow. Really going above and beyond on the maximum allowed things.
Yeah, they really packed it in here, nice and tight.
That's what she said. This is starting things off with a shooting ride.
You're going straight in.
Going straight in. Okay, they said something about the black targets turn them colored? I don't know what they meant by that.
Confused by the description as well.
There's no way I'm hitting those.
Oh, you got one.
Do you see any colors changing?
See aliens.
There's too many targets. That's my feedback. Right?
Yeah, that's a lot of targets.
Like, what's my focus here?
And then you got the ghosts as well.
You can literally just non-stop shoot things. I mean, which is kind of fun, but I think it needs to be more controlled. Because they respawn so quickly, right? So, like, in theory, I could just hold my mouse over 1 or 2 targets rather than making it more difficult for myself by trying to shoot the 30 in the scene.
I see what they said. They said you shoot the regular targets to reveal the aliens, so the aliens are triggered when you shoot the targets.
Oh. And again, that also means that there's really no good point in shooting the red ones, because if I shoot the black one, it's giving myself even more targets, as if there weren't enough already. But I would imagine that the aliens would give you more points.
Makes sense.
Holy moly, this...
Yeah, I like the sci-fi theming. It looks like a nice little sort of like sci-fi dock area or ship or whatever. But I do think there's too many targets. It's sort of it takes your focus away. Yeah, exactly. Good word. It detracts from the theming.
Yeah, because I haven't even been able to look at a darn thing because I'm looking at 70 different targets.
Yeah, that's the problem with a lot of shooting rides, is you spend so much time focusing on just zeroing in on whatever you can shoot that you miss the actual ride.
That score.
Nicely done.
Jesus, this is the highest score I've ever seen ever. Oh my gosh. There's just so much to shoot. I mean, technically, if I didn't break my combo, holy moly, you could easily get that in the 100,000s. Okay, I'm not sure if this is supposed to be a nighttime park or a daytime park.
They ask that we ride all the rides at night, But otherwise, there's a lot of fun lighting going on here. Oh, you got the fireworks going off too.
Yeah, we walked in right as the fireworks show began.
Nice timing.
Yeah.
I like the star.
But we were supposed to watch it from the Johnny Rocket or something. I don't know what they meant by that.
There's a Johnny 5 shop that has a big red and yellow rocket on it. Look for the old...
That's a really cool looking sign. I'm trying to put my finger on what it reminds me of. It reminds me of like Mech Assault.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think your spinning lights are really strange. It almost looks like we're underwater, you know, with like the... You know how like you get that glimmer from the sun hitting the waves? Like everything seems like it's moving. Galactic gifts.
A little overdone with those, I think.
Mm-hmm.
A few here and there would have been nice, but that's...
It's everywhere. Fusion. Oh, that's... Okay, so coaster exits into the shop. I like that.
Nice.
Galactic gifts. So does this lead up the coaster? There's a lot of bathrooms.
Good. King Coaster needed to go as well.
Mm-hmm. Fusion. Powered by Channel 5 Gaming. Oh.
Ooh. We got some screens?
Indeed. We've seen a lot of, or I have seen a lot of sci-fi creations throughout this contest so far. Quite surprised by it. Like everyone trying to tackle futuristic cities, this must be at least the 5th or 6th that I've seen. Maybe more, to be honest. But what's interesting, none of them have followed like the same style. You can see with this one, we're seeing a lot of those gigantic sci-fi pieces that are kind of used to create the buildings. Then we've seen other people try to create like skyscrapers piece by piece. There's just been a lot of variation between the sci-fi. And even that last one we just saw together at the beginning of this bracket was kind of sci-fi-ish as well.
I agree. One of the advantages of doing sci-fi, though, that maybe people were thinking of is that because the pieces are so big, it's quicker to theme and to build your scenery.
Yeah.
You know, you plop down a few of these big the engines and the wings, and you've like practically got half a building already. Whereas, you know, some of the other type of themes, you really need to spend a lot of time, and when you've only got a short amount of time to fill in a lot of space, then the sci-fi, the pieces really make it easier to do it in a short time frame.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, this is neat.
Yeah, nice lighting.
Tried switching seats, and this guy flies the exact same way as his brother.
That was a good coaster. I like that. I liked it well.
I was a little distracted, preoccupied trying to figure out the camera angle, but not too bad. I like the introduction, the cinematic features he put into the launch. I definitely think more people should utilize that launch and make it like somewhat entertaining. And same with the reverse launch. I don't think those are, they're underused in their cinematic approach. The reverse launch you can do a lot of really cool things with.
Yeah, hopefully we'll see some more interesting
launches
uses in the action coaster.
Absolutely.
Contest.
Yeah. Hope so. I mean, it's going to be primarily a launch coaster contest unless somebody decides to tackle the...
Let's give themselves a hell of a challenge with a lift hills type ride.
Next dimension. Johnny Five's rocket.
There you go.
Yeah, the one downside to using these large pieces is you look at it and, you know, I go, I can't explore that. What?
Oh.
Some little areas. What were you gonna say?
Oh, nothing. I wasn't sure what you meant, but then I realized what you meant.
Yeah, it's like, well, you're not going in any of these anytime soon. They're just giant blocks.
Mm-hmm. I would say that I'm not sure I agree with the floor scheme. I think it's too busy.
I think everything's really busy.
Yeah, that's probably true. Yeah, but the tiling on the floor, I think it's a bit much. It's sort of, especially when you look at it from like top down, it's sort of
And it dances a little.
Yeah. Oh, that's got some clipping. And it's a ton of pieces. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
You got 4K blueprint in just the floor alone.
Luckily with this contest, we weren't really concerned about part count because it is such a small park. So most of these have worked at, like, you know, max FPS, which has been quite enjoyable for a change. I can't think of the last park spotlight that I went on where I was getting 60 FPS. Right?
Yeah. No, I mean, this contest has been really beneficial in a lot of ways. And it's like, you know, not only do we get nice, fun parks with like awesome ride skins and cool little coasters that are all really well themed, but they all run well, and you know, they're just a lot more fun to explore than when you're doing something at like 3 frames per second on some of these like massive mega parks.
And to add to your point there, it's sort of set, in my opinion, a little bit of a new standard, because I kept on saying in the past, like, I stop yourself from building. Like, once you've built a couple areas, like, why do you have to keep going? And there's a lot of minier parks or smaller parks, not exactly 40 by 40, that I've like really praised and said I loved everything about them, and it didn't need to be any bigger. But I think a lot of people just couldn't quite register that for some reason. And this sort of forced everybody to work within these small constraints of 40 by 40. And now what we may see is a new trend where people knock down the 40 by 40 walls, but they only go, you know, if we zoom out, maybe they go in this direction a little bit over here, a little bit over there, and that's it. You know, maybe they just expand a couple little areas that they wanted to complete, and it's still going to be really entertaining.
Yeah, that's the thing, is I think single, like, just instead of doing a theme park, just like a themed land with just one sort of theme, and then just really go you know, nuts with it, and like we see in this one and many of the parks here. It's, you know, you don't, if you then you just do your next themed area in another park. And I think, you know, because of the Planet Coaster's natural limitations on the piece counts and the frame rates, I think that's probably just a better way to do it. I mean, I understand, you know, people want to recreate, you know, theme parks like the ones we go to in real life, but, you know, the realistic reality of the game we're using, it's not really made to be able to handle that kind of, you know, scenery load.
Yeah, I agree. But I still think you can do what we did here with the one themed land, but create possibly 2 or 3, right?
Sure. Yeah, I suppose.
And with this, I think it goes down to this being good practice, that you don't need a themed land much larger than 40 by 40. As everyone can tell after doing this contest, you can do a lot of theming in that space. You can even go a little bit smaller. And if you go smaller, you can get 3 or 4 themed lands in a, say, 80 by 80. And you'll get a really good sized park. What is this one called?
Power Up? Interstellar.
No.
Oh, which one are you talking about then?
The Horror Heights.
Oh, the Horror Heights. You know.
Invasion? Here we go. Maybe this should be nighttime.
Yeah. Oh, they actually had a seat preference for this one, I think. Horror Heights, row 1, seat 3.
Nailed it. All right, intergalactic space battle. Seen a few of these throughout the contest so far, and I love it. Absolutely love it. Rah.
I think this is my first one in the contest so far, so looking forward to it.
What's interesting is I think we've gotten a good variety of everything. I've seen one fantasy, one western. I think there was like a steampunk one, and now sci-fi.
A western one sounds interesting because you don't really think of like tall structures in westerns, so it'd be kind of interesting to theme as a western.
They did it in a mine shaft in a mountainside.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You can barely get the view there. That building cuts into it a little bit.
Yeah, it would have been nicer to have
Whoa.
that low. That's a good use of the screen.
Yeah, interesting.
It's coming right for us.
Wow.
Oh, that's cool. I like this.
I don't think I've ever seen a sci-fi horror heights in my time doing parks. That was really cool.
Yeah, this was really. Yeah, I really like this one. That was really nicely done. That was a lot of fun.
You wouldn't think you'd be able to fit like ships and space battles in there, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Atmosphere. Now the fireworks are going again.
Good time to get on the drop tower.
I know, but it's not going. Go! That's underwhelming. There it goes. And the fireworks have stopped.
Yeah, it's like a real theme park. They don't let you go on the rides near the fireworks.
Makes sense. Yeah, the rotating lights are a little bit much for me.
Yes. I think overall it's, you know, like you mentioned before, it's just a little too busy, and the floor's too busy, the lights are too busy, some of the scenery and the backdrop could have been a little more, having flat areas helps bring out the focal points rather than having everything look busy. Then you just don't know where to look, so it's
right.
It gets to be too much.
Another Johnny Rocket supported the Channel 5 gaming community. I like the colors here.
It's not even in blue.
That's right. The rest of the park is.
Yeah, I like the teal color on the coaster.
Okay, well, the Star Loop, it's not a whole lot going on here. Or wait.
No, it's quite large actually. It's not just.
I thought that was something else.
Yeah,
usually we see these just do a big square.
Mm-hmm.
But it goes out there.
Yep.
Oh, wow. That's nice. That's probably a first. Usually we don't see much going on with these. There's a look at the results if you want to see them, and let's just get on it because it's going up.
Oh, you probably want to ride this at night.
I kind of had that thought come to my mind, but...
Gonna give it a day run anyway.
My eyes need a break from the night. We rode the last coaster at night. I mean, it looks good at day.
Yeah, no, it looks fine. Probably.
That's definitely one of the better Star Loops because you actually extended it and did something with it. I appreciate it. It's nice.
That's a lot of fun. Yeah, stats were good. There was one part where they probably needed to level off. They were banking too close to the floor. But other than that, it's perfect.
Yeah, okay. Well, final thoughts, Z4.
This is a fun park. Awesome theming. Lots of fun rides. I mean, they basically kind of cheated with getting 4 main attractions because the Horror Heights is technically only a flat ride.
That's a good point.
So they got basically 4 main attractions in this guy.
Wait, what would be the third?
There's a shooting ride.
Oh, Right. Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, fitting basically 4 main attractions, and they're all really fun and all really good. So really nicely done with your attractions.
Yeah, in content-wise, you definitely fit a lot in here, as you just mentioned. It's actually kind of surprising. I didn't really think of the Horror Heights being a flat ride, but also a main attraction. We've seen on a few of the episodes, someone actually did a drop tower that all 4 sides were different, and they acted like Horror Heights. Because you can
nice.
you could control this where it goes up, and then it goes up, and then it goes up, and then it drops. So you can actually simulate a Horror Heights with this, but you can do 4 angles. And we've seen people use the Horror Heights as well, and every time I go to them, I think to myself, that felt like a main attraction. And in those cases, nobody also did 3 rides. So you're definitely the first to do the Horror Heights plus 3. So I think you really squeezed it out. So definitely get a little badge or bonus point there for doing that, squeezing the most out of your park. I do think your sci-fi stuff overall, it looks good, but the nighttime lighting, something to improve on for next time. Just don't go too ham with things. It's just so crazy looking.
Yeah, the overall, the teal lighting on the power loop and the blues, and those lights look good. It's just the flashing lights and the crazy flooring. It gets a little too much, I think.
Yeah, it's so busy, but you fit a lot in there. You made a really good themed area, and it's a solid sci-fi creation. So great job to Shockwave on Futureland. What did you guys think? Leave your comments down below, and that is going to do it for us in today's episode. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you have a wonderful day, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye now.
Bye now.